No. Look, at the moment, the way they're playing,
but they've just
all they've done is eke out results.
Right? Really?
Until the weekend. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you could argue even the game, the Champions League game. Atletico Madrid were probably unlucky at Anfield. So all they've been doing is eking out results. I mean, Arsenal haven't had as good of results, but they've controlled a lot of the games. Liverpool have not. It's been a bit hear 'em, scare 'em. Hasn't been anywhere near the organised Liverpool like last year, where they were very solid defensively for the most part, good shape in midfield, and fast and dynamic on the counter-attack. Not really had much of that, if we're being honest. The whole defending, whether you're a goalkeeper or a defender, centre-half or a full-back, defending is as big an art skill as scoring a goal or having an assist. And part of that skill set is timing a challenge and, lo and behold, getting something on the ball, which is what every defender and goalkeeper sets out to do, whether it's with their hands, getting a fingertip to it. I mean, if he comes out and gets a fingertip to that, right, and then Gyökeres balls over the top of them, how can that be a foul?
Nobody argues
The whole point is this: the rule, the laws say, well, you're not just playing the ball. I think that's more when you're playing when you play the ball, but you come in a dangerous, reckless manner. Then it's not just about playing the ball, but in terms of winning it there. And the direction of the ball changing, I don't see how that can...
Here's my take on this. Just getting a touch on the ball does not necessarily mean that it's not a penalty. But if you divert the ball away enough that the striker, in this case Gyökeres, isn't running onto that loose ball and got an easy tap in, then if you're denying him that, then yes, even though you get a touch, it's a penalty. But as you look at that, certainly from the aerial shot, I think there's genuine debate there as to whether Gyökeres is getting onto it or not. And truthfully, as bad as I may be, I don't think Gyökeres is getting onto that ball, which means Pope got more than enough of a touch to say that it was a good challenge, it wasn't dangerous, to Craig's point. He got the ball first before getting the man, and enough of a diversion to say, yeah, this is not penalty.
To your point earlier, if that had been, I mean this in all sincerity, had that been the other way around, right? And it denied, and Newcastle had got a penalty for it or whatever. Mikel Arteta would already have had some sort of fast-baked press conference with a big screen behind him, where they would have magnified David Raya's touch.
This anti-Arsenal rhetoric it's disgusting for a team that are favourites, Mark, to win the Premier League.
I agree with that, but I had them as favourites at the start of the season, and I think, I agree with the guys. Liverpool aren't that convincing. Yes, everyone looks at the results. They've won a lot of games late in the game, but I don't think Slot's particularly happy with his new signings. I think his two fullbacks he's not convinced by. He's substituted Kirkes. He's had a couple of nibbles at Kirkes and Frimpong. He's not happy with Wirtz. Every time Wirtz starts, he's taking him off. So, yes, they've spent all this money, but they're not as good a team as they were last season. And I think it's the players they've lost. They're missing Trent for his distribution down the right. I think they've got an issue at centre-half. So for me, Arsenal have got the strongest squad. They've got depth in every position, maybe apart from having cover for Odegaard. And I think the only thing that Liverpool, for me, have got the advantage of is the manager. I think Arne Slot is a better coach, better manager, has been down the track before as a winner. But Arteta, he keeps knocking on the door, and I think he's very, very close to having a team that can win the title now.
There was a member of our squad who will remain nameless, our team, our crew.
Oh, of ESPN FC. I thought we were going back to 1973.
Who thinks that. Why are you always looking at that?
I've waited it.
There's a member of a crew here who thinks Arne Slot got a bit lucky last year.
Okay.
With the Premier League and the other, obviously went out the Champions League, went out the FA Cup, all that sort of stuff.
Why does Stevie think that?
It's not Stevie, obviously.
Oh really?
It's not Stevie. and so that's going to be when I heard that, I'm not going to say who it was, throwing them under the bus.
It's not exactly a massive crew.
It might not be somebody based here in the US.
He had a nervous laugh there.
Obviously not on the title odds.
That's to get Liverpool fans to hate Augie as well. It wasn't Augie.
Everyone hates Augie, no matter who they support. Manchester United, of course, nowhere near the title race. Another defeat for them leaves them in 14th in the table. 6 games. I